Sidney Crosby is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think his performance last night puts him officially in the Mount Rushmore of all-time greats? Because that's the narrative. That's the narrative that we've been seeing.
No, he's already there.
This kind of...
But this tournament isn't really like we talked about it, leading up to it, not on air, but just the fact that like, what significance is this tournament going to have on anyone's career going forward?
Josh,
probably
if he puts on a performance like that again, I think it does a lot for his career.
How? So like when they do the Hall of Fame introduction, they're going to say Sidney Crosby, go through all of his accolades, and 2025 Four Nations face-off champion.
Yeah, especially if he's MVP. Josh, especially if he's MVP.
So lame.
100%.
That's like saying he is the record holder for the hardest shot in the hardest shot competition during the All-Star weekend. That's like saying the same thing. No,
it's different because
No, it's not. It's not different at all.
Wonder if he's the MVP. Wonder if he's an MVP of it.
It doesn't matter.
Because he was the MVP of the World Cup of Hockey. Would they include that?
No, possibly, because that's coming back and going to be a staple moving forward. If this thing continues, then we have a different argument. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like it's just a one-off. So if that's the case,
no, Josh, it's not a one-off. It's a Four Nations face-off. Sorry.
Oh God.
I feel like Gary Bettman felt like really proud if he watched that. He'd have been like, "Well, that's what I was trying to go for."
Looking at the commercial of Sidney Crosby taping, it's Four Nations facing off.
Yeah, and they're like, "That's not the name of it, Sid."
Well,
it's Four Nations face off. Did you see someone made an hour-long clip of him just saying that over again, over and over again? Speaking of Penguins fans, I was talking to someone today about the game. And it was one of those stereotypical things, Josh, where they said, "Oh, did you catch a game last night?" Yeah, I did. We were talking about Sidney Crosby. And he said, Penguins fans, Pittsburgh fans, taking what we got for granted. Because Mario gets called out, right, to announce. I don't know what he was there, like an honorary captain, I guess.
Isn't he a Montreal native?
Yeah. Mario Lemieux. Yeah, Josh, of course he is. He's from that Quebec area. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so he gets like an honorary captain. Place goes bananas, Josh. Yeah. Mario. And everyone's like, that's our guy. Like, that's not your guy. That's Pittsburgh's guy. So, Mario. Like everyone was kind of happy for it. Montreal was going berserk. Obviously, him and Sid, they were like, "What's up, dude? Like, what's up?" It was a cool moment. There was a shot that TNT did over Crosby's shoulder. Mario walking out to the spot where he needed to be. Chills. I was like, that's amazing, because that's going to be documentary years from now. They're going to use that shot. That is a shot they're going to use to probably start the documentary of what Mario meant to Sid and what Sid meant to the next generational guy that's coming up through the woodworks right now. He's probably like 10 years old right now. We believe in you. You're going to be the savior of the franchise in a moment, but just keep on playing on those jungle gyms. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we get that clip. Josh, it's going to be in the documentary. Anyway. Then all of a sudden, Sidney Crosby plays like Sidney Crosby. Now Montreal's not screaming Mario. They're screaming Crosby at the end. Wild. First of all, they know they get a little gift. What's up with the little gift at the end?
Yeah.
What did he get? Like a watch or something? He doesn't need a watch. He rocks that Rolex Daytona, Josh. I don't know. He always. What do they get a gift? Somebody tell us in the comments below. What kind of gift do they get? Is it like a little card? Is it like a...
No,
like a Tim Hortons gift card?
That looked like it had some weight to it.
He dropped a little bit. Like when they said, "Here you go," he's like, "Whoa, wait." He did. I think someone needs to pull that up. He definitely was like, "Hey, whoa, what's that?"
No, but he
definitely
felt weird once he put his glove back on.
Yeah, he was like
looping
First of all, it's also really weird. I know this is international tournament style where they're just standing there. First of all, you lose a hockey game and then they're like, you got to stand there like a freaking idiot. After you lose a hockey game, listen to the other guy's national anthem, and then everyone who clearly beat you gets little gift bags because they played better than you, and you just got to stand there and go. Like, there was no handshake, no nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, you stand there, you watch Sidney Crosby get a little parting gift, and then you go. Oh, by the way, Canada national anthem. Screw you.
I didn't hear the Canadian.
I thought they played it on the loudspeaker when they were like saying thank you.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
It wasn't like you stand there and listen to the national anthem.
I was gonna
but
say,
it was being played. And you're like, if I'm like a Swedish guy, I'm like, what is this garbage? Let me go sulk in the locker.
I thought it was cool.
Anyway.
Did you notice that they put the hometown of whoever scored?
Yeah.
So like when they scored, like they had their number and then they had the hometown. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Because when Crosby got the little gift baggie, it said Cole Harbor, Nova Scotia. And I was like, look at that little touch. Sure, Crosby doesn't care, but it's nice to know where he's from. Anyway, back to what I was saying, Josh. I got distracted by the baggie and the weight of the baggie. Anyway, I was saying, then they were chanting Crosby. So they were chanting Mario, then chanting Crosby. This is in Montreal, Canada. Okay? Yeah. We don't even do that here in Pittsburgh, and we see them on a day-to-day basis. Okay? Regular basis, Crosby's playing the exact same way, and we're just like, we need to win more hockey games. Crosby needs to do more, you know? And Montreal's just happy to witness Sidney Crosby play hockey. Meanwhile, we're like, we need to dump Carlson's contract so we could get something happening. So, to be fair to what this guy said today, we absolutely take advantage, or they just don't comprehend what we have in front of us. That is the Pittsburgh way. We're watching Sidney Crosby play amazing in this Four Nations face-off, and we're like, yeah, that's our guy, but we're never going to cheer like that for him ever in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
we'll get a little loud, but we'll never chant his name when he has 3 assists on the night. He didn't even score, Josh. Score. He had 3 assists.
That's anyway. Another thing. That's another thing that's like definitely different between American and Canadian culture when it comes to hockey, because Canadians understand the significance of getting an assist. Americans are like, did you score?
Yeah.
No?
I know it's the same points, but did he put the puck in the net? That's why I look at ESPN. Ovechkin, he's scoring goals. He now just moved into the 15th spot of all-time points, and meanwhile Crosby's like number 7, and everyone's just like, yeah, but those are assists. You know, we don't talk about the passing. We talk about the goal scoring because that's all we know here at ESPN. Does he put the ball in the basket? Does he put the ball into the receiver's hands? Does he shoot the puck? You know, that's all. That's how ESPN. That's how I feel their little meeting goes. You know, hey, who should we cover this season? I don't know. Who scores the most goals in the NHL? Ovechkin. Cover that guy. Cover that guy. Here's Pat McAfee. And I think that's how ESPN does it. Scratch that. Pat McAfee is the one saying that. Just kidding. I love Pat McAfee. Please come on our show.
Yeah, doubt it, but
I don't. Yeah. Anyway, take him for granted. Take Crosby.
I don't know. I don't think you're wrong. Or that gentleman. I don't think you guys are wrong. I think it's just also an aspect of like, I don't know. Like, this is going to sound like horrible. Like, of course, my wife's going to listen to this, and she's going to say, "What are you talking about?" We're going to have a talk after this. So it's like kind of like when you're dating or you're with someone for a long time, you kind of like just you not take them for granted, but like
you just get used to it.
You get used to them, yeah. And then it's like you kind of need to like redate the person. I hope that this
you need to
is
be
that,
intentional.
That wake up. Yeah, I hope that this is that wake up call for Pittsburgh, seeing the Montreal fans and saying, "But that's our guy." Like, we should be the one cheering for him like this. So hopefully, maybe this,
or maybe, just maybe, these stooges who are watching this Four Nations go, I forgot how good Crosby was.
Yeah.
And just...
Well, there's definitely... The Bleacher Report and ESPN were loving on him last night on the socials.
Do you know why? Because the real hockey fans were like, we've been telling you the whole time. 37 years old. This good. And ESPN's like, oh, yeah, Russia's out of it. Yeah. I guess Crosby's the guy to root for. McDavid go fast, but he didn't have a lot of points last night.
Nope, he didn't.
Now, I will say, if you watch the game, Montreal fans got a little weird every time McDavid touched the puck. I don't know if you watched any of the game, but anytime he touched the puck, everyone was like, oh, oh. Like, it was just this. Like, guys, we get it. He's fast. He's a playmaker. But it was kind of comical. Like, he would touch it, and they would go, oh. And it's like, what is it? Hold on. He's not even in the zone yet. Can't score from the blue line or the red line. Relax, guys. Let him do something first.
It's very similar to tennis. When they hit one line shot, everyone all of a sudden goes, oh, and the entire rally. The rally can go another 20 shots after that line shot of even just normal back and forth shots, and they're still just like,
what's going on? And then we're like, they've been doing that the whole entire time, guys. Relax.
Like,
or it's another example of Lionel Messi. Yeah. What's his first name? It doesn't matter. Messi. We all know him by Messi.
Tomato.
So he's in the MLS now. Watch a game with Inter Miami. Anytime he talks about, guys, it's just started. Yeah. He's not scoring relax. So it's kind of very similar to that. Anyway, very funny, very comical. Sidney Crosby playing really good. Yeah. Josh, what an intro to this episode. I didn't mean to go on a rant for Sidney Crosby.
Just wait until he runs into America. Freeberg will be screaming in his ear.
Dude, are you rooting against Crosby? Or are you rooting
if he's playing Crosby? If he's playing against USA, I'm rooting against him. USA. Freebird, baby.
No, so I'm torn. Here's what I want.
There is no torn.
Josh, I'm torn. Here's what I want. I want Sidney Crosby to get like a goal, an assist against America, but I want us to win like 8-1. The one being Sid. No. So that way he still has his dominance and people could go, that 37-year-old, not the problem. Not the problem. That's what I want. Very similar to how I feel now with the Penguins. Hey, I don't care if we lose out. Get Crosby his point per game situation. Get that carried. But yeah, I'm with you. If the United States are playing like they're playing tonight, Josh, I want to hear Freebird every single goal. That is only the juniors that have been doing that. We do. Oh, is that confirmed?
Confirmed.
Confirmed Freebird.
I will think it was confirmed yesterday. They had a sweet little video. Pretty
dope. Playing Freebird after a goal.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Pretty American. I would definitely appreciate like more chopper noises. I would like chopper noises playing as soon as you score. Like Vietnam. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like Freebird, yeah. Dude.
What is this, a Call of Duty commercial?
Josh, I want to feel so patriotic. Let me get my M16 and go to war.
Random eagle in the background.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they should do when they score. Like instead of like a goal horn, it's a caw. Free bird it, Josh. And then fireworks shoot out behind the goalie. Josh, we just solved how to get people more patriotic. Josh, doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, you're going to be going USA after every time we score. We solved it. I think fireworks.
Next time, well, so the next round, right? Because it's Montreal first round, and then it goes to Boston, right?
I don't know.
Or the finale is in Boston. Whatever. That's when you do it. Boston, you just do all the American stuff.
Josh.
You just...
Well, we all know. I think we all have a sense of what the finals is going to be. Canada. United States. Josh, you know what I want?
Butcher this.
Knowing America, most likely they could. They could.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not putting all my money on Austin Matthews, okay? I love Austin Matthews. Actually, why am I saying that? I don't have any stock in Austin Matthews. But I do have stock in Connor Hellebuck, who I think is a fantastic goaltender. Way better than Jordan Bennington. So screw that guy.
He's the best in the world.
Screw that Canuck. You know what I'm saying? Americans going to just downright own. So that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, America, Canada, what I would love to see, the fireworks, chopper noises, screaming eagle, free bird, and then I want to see, Josh, because we just found out he loves sporting events. Trump, camera, pan right to him, going. That's all I want.
I was gonna
every
say,
goal.
I don't know if this is a good segue, but there's a video going around Twitter about just like it's overseas. I don't know what country it's in, but when there is a goal, automatic disco. They turn off the lights. Is it
hockey or is it?
It's hockey. It's hockey.
Oh, okay.
So they turn off the lights. It's all black, and now it's just random disco. Like lights, disco, and a spotlight right on the goalie, just on the goalie. Cool.
I like it.
Even so, like the one time they showed like he scored and like he kind of did a flurry. You know, like collect your thoughts, skate around.
Yeah,
boom, still right on him, stayed on him.
Yeah.
Like I think that's hilarious.
Just like that. That's on you. It's very similar to Nashville, where they go.
Is that Nashville that does that?
Yeah, where they go like Murray, it's all your fault.
Yeah,
something like that. They say something else. You suck. It's all your fault.
Yeah,
something like that. They really intimidate the goalie, which is kind of cool. I do like that. Kind of brings this atmosphere a little bit up. Nashville has been sucking, so they don't really get to do that often. But it would be fun. America, Josh, fireworks, Trump, eagle, free bird, spotlight, right on you, right on Jordan Bennington, just making him even more angry and just going, that's right, and project the American flag on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say, you got no.
Just no, on America. The whole ice. The whole ice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I kind of like it. Hey, real quick about the Four Nations. I hate the United States gloves. That's such a niche thing to worry about. This is my opinion. The fingers, red, white, blue glove, don't like it. Don't like it. Okay? Stick with the traditional red cuff and the blue glove. If you know, you know. I don't like this striping situation. I know we're the stars and stripes. I get it. But just, it doesn't match the uni. You know what I'm saying, Josh? It doesn't match the uniform. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, it's a very weird way to end that whole tangent, but...
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Four Nations. I mean, the USA is starting tonight. They have a chance. They have a chance here to take the lead early because of the new point system.
If we get a goal, win in regulation, 3 points. We become the top one. Then Finland becomes absolutely dog water, as they should.
Yeah.
Bottom. Then it'd be United States, Canada for 2 points, and then Sweden with 1. So 3, 2, 1, 0. Kind of like how Bettman wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Even though he's Canadian.
Josh, who cares if he's Canadian? He all he sees is money, and America is money, Josh. All right? Say what you will,
Fair.
Canada. Trash our national anthem, Canadians. But guess what? When you need money, you run into the United States because we love capitalism. Okay? Welcome to the show.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shots. Penguins win it.
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
Welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
And that was the longest intro I think we've ever done here at the podcast. But we're glad you stuck around. If you like that, we got a lot more to talk about. Mainly things that have to do with the Pittsburgh Penguins. We kind of talked about, we were going to talk about the Four Nations, Josh. We kind of already talked about the Four Nations. More about America, to be honest, than anything. But Four Nations are happening. We're excited about it. But that's not what we're talking about today. We got a couple things that the Pittsburgh Penguins have done off ice. Obviously, during this Four Nations, no Pittsburgh Penguins games. So they have done a couple of roster moves to get up. If you watched our live episode last week, I think it was Saturday. Right after the hockey game, they sent down Joel Blomqvist, Bemstrom, Imama, and Ponomarev, all down to Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and called up the great and mighty Tristan Jarry, who, kind of spurred up a lot of different feelings, Josh. A lot of people were like, totally get it why you're sending them down during the Four Nations. You want them to play. We get it. But Tristan Jarry? Josh, can you explain it for the dum-dums at home who don't get why who don't get why we would call up Tristan Jarry during this time?
So apparently Shout out Newswatch 16. Shout out Newswatch 16.
Apparently? Josh, what's apparently?
There is a rule that if you clear waivers and get called up, you can get called back down again within 30 days, 30 games, I think it is, within 30 games without having to clear waivers. So he very well might just get called back down, or some people were speculating this is, just the beginning of a buyout or a trade. I don't know. There hasn't been a whole lot of, rumblings about a trade for Jarry. We've heard rumors about Raquel. We heard rumors about Pettersson before the trade went down. So we're hearing trade rumors about Carlson. Yep, yeah. Carlson. So, there are rumors out there, but nothing leads to Jarry. Now, that doesn't mean that nothing will happen to Jarry. Just saying that usually when there's smoke, there's fire, and right now there's no smoke. So we're not going to try and speculate. We've done it before, and we were completely wrong. So I'm going to try and stop until we get to the trade deadline, just to
Josh,
play it
I'll
safe.
add another smoke fire out there, or a smoke signal. Well, during our live episode, when we broke the news, we didn't break the news. It happened while we were live. Yeah. So we didn't break anything. It was broke to us, I guess.
Correct.
We had a very quick reaction in thinking, well, Demko.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, Demko.
Thatcher Demko.
Yep, correct. Of Vancouver.
He went down. He's the goaltender of the Vancouver Canucks. He went down with an injury that same night. So we were speculating, mainly me. Josh was not really a part of this. Mainly me was saying, did we call up Jarry to kind of trade bait him to the Vancouver Canucks? Now, listen, we're not expecting anyone of importance back for Tristan Jarry. It was more like, hey, future considerations. Here's Tristan Jarry. Take on his whole entire contract. so we could get $5 million in cap space. It was kind of very similar to that, but we will see. That was the only smoke signal that I kind of created. No one else speculated that. Not even a single person speculated that. So if I'm right, wow, I am going to milk that forever. But
as you should.
But that is the only smoke. It's the one that I'm creating, okay? Other than that, Tristan Jarry has literally just been called up because we have too many goaltenders down in Wilkes-Barre. 100%. We have Murashov there. We have Larson getting healthy. We have now Joel Blomqvist down there. What?
Larson is healthy as of today. Murashov is sent down to Wheeling.
So there
literally
we go.
Happened like an hour ago.
There we go. So that is what is going down. So most likely when the Four Nations are done, we're just going to get a little swap-a-rooski. Joel Blomqvist will get called back up. And then Jarry will get sent back down to Wilkes-Barre. Remember, this is not about Joel Blomqvist getting a call-up and getting playing time. This is about Jarry being sent down more than the opposite. Jarry has failed as a NHL goaltender. Joel Blomqvist, same as last time. Joel Blomqvist isn't getting a quote-unquote shot. Okay? He is now just playing at an NHL level. It's Andy. It's Nedeljkovic's goal. It's Alex Nedeljkovic's goal from here on out. We're not making the playoffs. Ride them out until the end of the season. Like Dubas said, no one's getting called up for a free ride or a tryout. We are way past that. So I don't think you'll see anyone else getting called up. Maybe Ponomarev, maybe Imama, maybe. But I don't think you're going to see Rucker called up for the rest of the season. I don't think you're going to see Koivunen, those guys. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a Jarry situation, not a Joel Blomqvist. So there's that. There is one other news in the Wilkes-Barre world, I guess. Jesse Puljujärvi cleared waivers for the purpose of contract termination, Josh. That is it. There was apparently he felt like he wasn't getting what he wanted. Dubas and him talked, and they went this route. Contract termination. He is officially out of Pittsburgh. He did sign a AHL contract with the Charlotte Checkers, who is the Florida Panthers AHL affiliate. So he is not playing in the NHL. He is playing in the Charlotte Checkers. And if he earns a two-way contract, that is yet to be seen. As of right now, it is an AHL contract. He did not want to play in Wilkes-Barre, so it sounded like they just wanted to mutually end the contract, and that is where that is. So Jesse Puljujärvi is no longer a part of the Penguins organization. So kind of sad to see him go, but I get it at the same time. He wanted more. We couldn't offer more. Sometimes that happens. That is the business side of the NHL.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, when the report came out that he was, asking for his release for contract termination, a lot of people thought that just meant that he was going to go back home and play in one of the Swedish leagues, but decided to stay. I don't know if he thought that he actually had an NHL market, or he just, like you said, just legitimately wanted to get out of Wilkes-Barre. I don't know. But like you said, he's with Charlotte now. Wish him the best. Yeah. I mean, double hip surgery, that is no joke. Light task to come back from. So wish him the best, but at the same time, we got to keep moving on. And boy, did we. We made some moves.
Josh, what are the moves that we've made to kind of make up for that?
Yeah, so nothing that's going to blow your socks off. But we did claim a defenseman off of waivers from the Utah Hockey Club, of Vladislav Kolyachuk.
Love it.
We'll see.
We're waiting for the Jeff gets off pronunciation there. But go ahead, Josh.
Josh gets off.
What did I say?
Jeff Zakoff. He's a goalie.
Say Jeff.
He's a goalie. Josh Getzoff is the broadcaster.
Who cares? No, sorry, not who cares. We love Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Getzoff. Man, I did not know I said Jeff Zakoff. That is hilarious. Maybe Jeff Zakoff will pronounce his name.
Maybe
we don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. But there was a cool little article that one of the Utah beat writers put out.
Nice.
On him. I don't know if we can find a way to link it, but if we can, we will. But super impressive dude.
Can you say his name one more time? Because clearly I'm so good with names.
Vladislav Kolyachuk.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right. Vladdy.
So there's a guy on Utah that the Penguins are very familiar with. 2-time Stanley Cup champion Ian Cole.
Nice.
He is the veteran of Utah, essentially. Okay. He parallels Vladdy's work ethic to none other than Sidney Crosby. He is there. He is there 2 hours before practice. He is there. He said, Ian Cole said, anywhere between 3 to 5 hours, depending on the time in which that they practice. He's just there all day. He said he is a hockey junkie, and he can never get enough of it. He is, kind of your average build in terms of a defenseman, but according to Ian Cole, he's got the skills of being a two-way defenseman. Okay, so meaning that he can score, but he can also sit back and play defense and play his man and do what he needs to do. The one thing that I think is probably his bugaboo, and the reason why I think they kind of wavered him, he works too hard. Okay, and I know some of you are probably saying that's crazy. His greatest weakness is his strength.
No way! Someone said that. So we gotta let him go. Why? Dude's too good for us.
Listen, so in that article, the head coach is quoted as saying, "We have to tell him to stop working. He is working too much." I think what he was trying to say, because Ian Cole was to me, the article seemed like it was more about Ian Cole than it was the Vladislav. But
maybe Ian they referred to Ian Cole. Dude just works way too hard. Yeah. Anyway, Vladdy's on the waivers.
Yeah. But Ian Cole was saying that yes, he does work too hard, but he needs to know where to actually he's still trying to learn what to work on. He's just okay. He said that sometimes he's just out there, just.
Sorry, this is not painting him in a good light.
I know.
Dude's just out there trying to play hockey. We got to stop, dude.
Skating around.
You're not even a defenseman. Stop working on back skating.
So it's very curious.
Oh, he is a defenseman. What am I doing?
Yeah. So it's just curious as to why, if someone is that hardworking, so young, and is only on a 1-year contract, why did they waive him? There has to be something in the background, I think.
Josh, he works too hard. So, he is just too committed.
We'll see.
He put on goalie pads the other day. We were like, dude.
But Dubas is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He's going to get younger. He's going to get faster, and he just did it without trading away anything. So, 24 years old. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he's a restricted free agent at the end of this year. So we have his rights. At the end, if something doesn't work out, we'll still have that. But that's what happened earlier this week, and then. Today, date of recording, Thursday, February 13th, Valentine's Day Eve, we made a trade.
Nice. Whoa.
With our team that we love making trades with recently.
Future considerations.
Love it. Kevin Hayes, draft picks, PO. Just give us everything you got, St. Louis.
We'll just trade the whole roster. Yeah, let's do it.
So we made a trade with the St. Louis Blues.
Who is it, Josh?
It's an AHL trade. 1-for-1. Forward for a forward. We gave up Corey Androfsky for Matthias Lafreniere.
Hey. You definitely don't pronounce all those letters in there.
Yeah, there's way too many letters for that. Way too many R's too. Like there's like 4 R's. There's no need for that many R's in a word. But I don't know anything about this guy. I scoured the internet. I found that he was in Springfield for the last 3 years. That's why it's just like an AHL type deal. And I mean, put up 60 points last year in like 60 something games, so like just over like a point per game type situation.
Nice.
So I mean, not bad, but I mean, Corey Androfsky is like kind of on pace for the same thing. So like he's not terrible either.
Josh,
so like I don't know.
Does Matthias work way too hard?
No, what I was gonna say was I think the deciding factor is Matthias is younger than Corey. So I think that's just the only thing, is that if we decide to re-sign him, Dubas is sticking to his guns of saying we're younger. So I don't know.
Here's what I think about this trade. It definitely gets the younger, but it also helps create a core in Wilkes-Barre. I think we are getting Wilkes-Barre needs some stability. And I think for too long, the Penguins have just been using it as a farm system. Who cares if Wilkes-Barre doesn't win? Who cares? Whatever. As long as we get our guys. This trade is saying, hey, we're trying to win a Calder Cup here. And I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Just the only thing is that, like, I don't know. To me, I do think of Wilkes-Barre as just strictly a farm system. You draft a guy, you develop him, put him in Wilkes-Barre until there's a roster spot in the NHL, and you call him up. That's why I get so annoyed with Sullivan and Dubas, where it's like you have all this talent in Wilkes-Barre, and we're just watching these guys in NHL do nothing. It's like, call them up, let them play, let them develop at the NHL level, and get going here. Like, I get it. Calder Cups are cool. Winning is cool. But at the same time, it's a farm system.
We haven't won one. And this is the year we could win.
Very, very true. Very true. And someone actually just posted, it was Wilkes-Barre's lineup, I think yesterday or the day before, when they played the Hershey Bears. And the third and fourth line consisted of like Vladimir Pustinen, Sam Poulin, and someone else. But they commented, isn't it wild that this time last year, the third and fourth line were our top prospects? And now we have two top lines and a top defensive pairing and a goaltender that are our future prospects. Yeah, going forward. And that is crazy. Like, say what you will about what Dubas has and hasn't done. That is definitely
he is building for the future. Yeah, he is definitely building for the future, and that is great. And one of the One of the things that I still can't get over, Josh, is that Vladdy works way too hard.
Works way too hard, man. He works way too hard. And speaking of working way too hard, okay, there was a comment on that post about Dubas, and I actually thought it was actually very genius, saying that
Go ahead.
Dubas is piling up Wilkes-Barre to not only win the Calder Cup, but he's not calling them up either to keep their prospect status quote unquote unknown. Because you don't know what they're like at the NHL level.
Right.
Okay? They could be great, they could be horrible. But now you have a stockpile of them that you can now flip for NHL ready players.
Right.
And I'm like, this guy, that's actually kind of genius. Because you can flip a bunch of 24-year-olds in the AHL for like a 26-year-old NHL ready guy who can produce now. Interesting. Not saying it's going to be happening before the trade deadline.
So let me ask you this. Kyle Dubas, back on track, or still got a lot of? Okay, well,
this has been his track. He said it last year. He said it again this year. We're going to get younger. We're going to get faster.
Right, but there was a little frustration coming from us that there wasn't being moves done. There was, there's not a lot of stuff to help Pittsburgh. So what I'm saying is, because of helping out Wilkes-Barre, because of doing these things like getting Vladdy off of waivers and, making these AHL trades, does that make him kind of go, all right, he's building for the future? Does that get him on good graces now with the Penguins fans?
I think in order to get back on the good graces with the Penguins fans, he needs to do one of two things. One, make Pittsburgh better.
Make
or
Pittsburgh
two,
great again. Yeah.
Nice. Or two, redact his statement of that we're still trying to win.
Yeah.
Okay?
Redact that crap. Yeah.
Because with you saying that you want to win now and all the moves that you are currently making, you are clearly speaking out of both sides of your mouth. Your actions are showing us that you are building for the future, but your words are telling us that you want to win now. Mm-hmm. Make up your mind, dude. Which one are we doing here? And pick a track, and that's what we're going on. In my mind, I think he's doing what he wanted to do the entire time. This has been his plan, but I think he's telling everyone else what they want to hear. Yeah, we're going to win. Sure. Crosby's the greatest. As long as he's here, we're going to compete for championships, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
All the PR trained stuff that you're supposed to say. But behind the scenes, he's sticking to his get younger, build the farm system, get draft picks, and then hopefully those things pan out. And I think he's going to make a lot of trades. I think he's going to make a lot of moves.
I was just about to ask that.
This offseason.
This offseason. Okay, so my question was, do you think he's done for the year?
So no.
Because we still have the trade.
No.
We still have the trade deadline, March 8th. That is the trade deadline. We also have the Four Nations going on right now. We still have a whole other week, Josh. Mm-hmm. And there has been some movements in the market of trades, of call-ups, call-downs, whatever. Do you think Dubas makes a move during the Four Nations for Pittsburgh, not Wilkes-Barre?
No, I don't think so. Not unless because the reports are, I haven't seen anything this week about Demko. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen anything about his injury. I'm not, super paying attention to it, but for someone who is a starting goaltender of a playoff caliber team in Vancouver, you would think when that injury becomes public, that's going to be announced. But nothing has been made. Last I saw, which I looked at, it was like Tuesday, I think it was. The timeline was unknown. Timeline was uncertain.
Yep. Uncertain, Josh. That's
Still
exactly what I just looked. Yep.
Uncertain. So that's the thing. Like no one knows, and I think they're doing that on purpose, because I don't think they want. This is going to sound horrible. I don't think the NHL wants distractions from the Four Nations. So AHL trades, waivers, those are going to be done. I don't think there's going to be any type of NHL trades during the Four Nations. I think the NHL probably put out a memo that's going to stay behind closed doors saying, hey, let's hype this up. Wait until after. You still have like 2.5 weeks after the Four Nations is done for the trade deadline. It's more than enough time. And then the same thing with Demko. I think Vancouver is going to not say anything until afterwards in terms of his timeline. It's just, I mean, kind of like the same thing with that guy who just got hurt for Finland.
Oh, no, you're talking about Canada. Theodore,
thank you. Yes, Canada.
Shea Theodore.
Yeah, he got hurt.
He's out for the rest of the Four Nations.
Four Nations. That's all we know. Yeah. Now, granted, this episode, when it comes out, maybe literally it'll be out by then. But at this point, nothing's been out. So, again, I think they're just going to try and just focus on the ice product of the Four Nations and just go from there. But I do think he'll probably try to make at least one more move before the trade deadline, because we still have guys on expiring contracts. And Dubas, because he's an analytical guy, the analytics tell you if you have a guy on an expiring contract, you try to get what you can in return for him so that he's not walking out the door for nothing.
True.
So I think he's going to do everything he can to move the expiring contracts, which unfortunately one of them will be Matt Grzelcyk. I know a lot of people are upset about that idea, but he's playing well. Expiring contract. He's probably going to want a raise next year because he's only making 2.5. He's either making 2.5 or 4, one or the other. But he's probably going to want a raise regardless because he's still a young guy. He showed that he can play on a power play. He's a competent defenseman. Would I like to have him? Yes.
But does he work hard, Josh? Sorry.
But will he get us a decent return? I hope so. So we'll see what happens.
You still holding on to Raquel?
Yeah, I think I hate the idea of the Raquel trade. I know it was brought up when I did the solo episode of what was Brandon's words, a dragon's horde. Now, wow. I don't know what a dragon's horde is, but if a dragon's horde is multiple prospects and multiple draft picks, you'd be a fool to pass that up. Yeah. But I don't think any team is offering that for Raquel, so I think you don't do it unless if it is for legitimately something that like you'd be a fool to walk away from.
Well, Josh, speaking of Ethan, speaking of something he said, we do have a question.
That was Brandon.
That too.
Dragon's Head.
Well, we have a question from Ethan. So Brandon, Ethan, it doesn't matter. We do have a question. This is regarding that, Josh. We were talking about the Four Nations. We were talking about Raquel. Should he get traded? Should he not get traded? Well, he's playing in the Four Nations now. He is on a grand stage, Josh. A lot of teams are going to be watching Rickard Raquel play, Erik Karlsson play, and that is kind of a self-audition for everyone else to look at. The question is, do you think if our players play really good and get their confidence to a new high, it will change the confidence of the Pens. Josh, if Raquel starts to play well, if Carlson starts to play well, if Sid does play well, he is playing well, does that carry on to Pittsburgh?
If Sullivan coaches well.
If Sullivan coaches well. Does that carry on to the rest of the season to reinvigorate the Penguins? But also, I'll throw in a two-parter. Does that create some interest around the NHL for some players like Carlson and Raquel?
He's not Spanish, but I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to work backwards.
Josh, you work however you want.
I'm going to work very hard.
Too hard, some would say.
Don't cut me for it. Those two, especially Raquel and Carlson, there's enough tape on them. Everyone knows who they are. They know what type of player you're getting.
Sure.
In terms of trade value for them. So I don't think Four Nations can increase their trade value in any type of way. I think everyone knows the caliber of player that they are, so it's just going to stay that. In terms of confidence, again, Raquel was already playing at a high level. I think that's just going to carry him through the Four Nations. Now, I think what we need to be concerned about is a dip in confidence when he gets back. Just because kind of similar to, this is how I see it. This is how I'm thinking it. Okay.
How you envision it.
Baseball players with the home run derby, basketball players with the three-point contest. Okay.
Sure.
Some of them refuse to do those things because it messes with their regular play throughout the season. I forget who it was, but like famously said that he would never do the home run derby because like it messes with his swing. Like Aaron Judge has said that like it messes with your swing because you're just focusing on the home run. Former net Josh Harris. Joey Harris. Joey Buckets was what they call him. Joey Buckets. Joey Harris. Said that his stroke was different for the 3-point contest. And if you know anything about Joe Harris, you probably don't know of him because after he won the 3-point contest a few years ago, trash because he changed his stroke for the 3-point contest. So I'm not saying Raquel.
Josh, I'm gonna be honest. Didn't know that was what you called a shot.
Oh, stroke? Some of them
did
do.
Not know. I did not know that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You learn something new every day.
Sweet stroke. Yeah. Sweet stroke. Yeah. Ask Obama. I don't know why that came to my mind. Just in my mind was just Obama taking a shot from the baseline. It's a popular video of him just walking by Steph Curry. Steph Curry passes him the ball and he just turns around and just shoots it.
Drains it.
I think he's 11. Yeah. He's got a sweet stroke for a non
basketball
professional athlete. He's athletic. Okay. But Raquel and Carlson, I'm not saying that their game is going to change, but obviously their coaches are different than Sullivan. Okay. I'm not including Crosby in that conversation just because Crosby is he is. And you can coach him for 2 weeks and he'll still be able to bounce back and play for Sullivan. No questions asked. He knows what he's going to need to do. Carlson and Raquel, I'm just curious to see how much of their game changes based off of their coach. They're on the same team. Off of their coach for Team Sweden. And then bouncing back to Mike Sullivan coming back to Pittsburgh. Now, if they're able to adjust, will they be too tired? Like, did they exert themselves? Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that you have to think about because, like, this is essentially a middle of the season tournament that these guys who are on the teams are playing extra games that the rest of the league are not playing. And say what you want about like the significance of playing for your home country and all that. I get it. However, again, we'll go back to the top of the episode. How many of these guys are going to have this, accolade of saying, I competed for Team Finland in the 2025 Four Nations face-off?
Hey.
I mean, it's so to me, it's a hard sell. Like if you're nominated, that's a hard sell to be like, yeah, I want to do this. Think about the NFL with the Pro Bowl. How many of them opt out? Because it's like, I'm not putting myself out there for another game after I just played 18 plus games.
But they don't play games anymore, Josh.
That's fair.
They play flag football.
But that's the reason why they transitioned to flag football is because people were opting out because they didn't want to play another game, but yet people are still opting out. So it's a lose-lose. However, no one opted out. Kudos to everyone on those rosters. If they were healthy, they're playing. That's great. So happy for them. But you're going to have to see how their conditioning is the last, 25 games of the year when we get down to the, essentially dog days of winter, if you want to say it that way. Little homage to baseball coming. Pitchers and catchers are reporting. It's almost springtime.
Go Sox. Go Sox.
Yeah, Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman. Did you see that? It's a big deal. Alex Bregman. Third baseman.
Josh, you know what I saw?
But didn't Devers, didn't he play third? So where's he going?
Josh
Short?
Allen.
Okay.
No.
Trevor Story. Where does he play? Second base?
Second.
He plays second. Whatever. You'll figure it out.
We're going up. The only way we go up.
Yeah.
Boston sucked last year. Anyway, Josh. Yeah, I was going to talk about Nashville SC, but not going to talk about it. No, I think about Rickard Rakell, I hope it brings this new energy, but I don't know if it will. So it's Sid is, I think, the only person who will come back energized, Sidney Crosby. Because he essentially is playing on an all-star roster. And he's going to come back.
They're all all-star rosters. 100%.
Sure. And I think, Josh, did you see Team Canada? A little bit, built different a little bit.
Yeah.
Built
100%.
different.
Did you see Team America, Team USA? Still an all-star team.
Yeah, but Canada has like this monster effect, Josh. Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Cale McCarr.
Like that other video. Sidney Crosby on the third line.
Yeah. Coach Chippy.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah, it's just like, who's going to tell Sid he's on the third line? McDavid on the second line? It's like, that is wild to me. Yes, America has an all-star team, but it's it's like not the same. Kind of like Finland and Sweden. They're kind of just participants in this. When the real spot, Josh, let's be real. Let's be real. Look at those rosters, Josh. Look at those rosters. Listen, are they a great hockey team by itself? Yeah, absolutely. Not arguing that. But when you compare the rosters, you're like, geez, Canada, then it goes to the United States, then Sweden, and then, all right, Finland. Like, I mean, it's just so unbalanced. It's so ridiculous. Josh, they don't even have a famous coach in Sweden, okay? They have their coach that does their international team. We don't have an NHL player that's a coach that is Swedish. What does that tell you? Not a lot of Swedes coming in, dominate. Okay?
Not a lot of diversity.
Not a lot of diversity in the Swedes. So, did break the rules a little bit. I did see a little clip on that. How it's supposed to be an NHL tournament, but you have to bring in some outside guys. Kind of
Bring in some ringers.
Yeah, bringing in some coaches that are just not a part of the NHL. Seems a little wild to me. That's probably because Sweden and Finland are not built the same as Canada and the United States. For crying out loud, they brought Mario Lemieux in Montreal. They knew what they were doing. All right, they knew what they were doing, Josh, from the jump. All right, I'm not sure who Americans brought out. That game is coming up, but wonder if it's like, I don't know, Jeremy Roenick. I don't know who's a good American. Mike Eruzione. I don't know, Josh. Who are they bringing out? Who would you? Mike? Oh no, they brought out Mike Richter. They brought out Mike Richter.
I was gonna say, watch it be Ryan Miller or something. Mike Richter.
Hey, Ryan Miller's pretty good. Mike Richter also good.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Hellebuck, Ryan Miller. The fact that you have to think about this, it's Hellebuck.
It's hard because I would say who's a better goaltender? Hellebuck. Who has more of an accolade? Ryan Miller.
Oh, Ryan Miller. Sure. But
Did
I'm
Ryan
saying...
Miller win a Stanley Cup? No. Yes.
I don't know.
No.
But
definitely didn't win gold.
You have to win one tournament internationally. Who are you taking? Ryan Miller, Jonathan Quick, or
I mean, Jonathan Quick
Hellebuck
does have that pedigree in Olympics.
I'm taking at their primes. I'm taking Hellebuck.
That's high praise for Hellebuck.
He's a better goaltender.
Yeah. Josh, Martin Brodeur, Patrick Waugh.
God. I think Patrick Waugh.
Oh, wow. Nope. Martin Brodeur.
I actually think I probably have more of the general census with Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Waugh in the sense of like longevity, but if you had to pick... No, actually, you know what? I'm not backing down. Martin Brodeur, I think, is a better goaltender. He has all the records. It's Martin Brodeur. Martin Brodeur is the best goaltender of all time.
I think that's fair. I mean, I can see both. I can see both sides.
But
Connor
Hellebuck over Ryan Miller is a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow.
I don't think so. I think that's an easy one.
I'm trying to think of USA goalies, Josh. USA hockey, please hold. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it starts. Watched it the other day. Got me pumped up for this 4 Nations.
Yeah, I saw. It was Super Bowl, right?
It was Super Bowl Sunday, and I said the only game I care about. It was
yeah. It's a good little reference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Josh, Jim Craig or Mike Richter?
Mike Richter, Ryan Miller, Jonathan Quick. Who else? I don't think we really didn't have anyone. We don't have anyone. Never did. Jeff Zakoff.
I think he's Canadian.
Jeez. Casey DeSmith.
No?
Alex Nedeljkovic.
Yep. He's American.
Yeah, he's Cleveland.
Yeah. Can we talk about how he got asked when Myles Garrett requested a trade? Somebody asked him that. Yeah, he got asked about it. And he was like, it's disappointing.
I love it.
That's all that Browns fans had, and that's getting ripped away from them.
Yeah, as it should.
Whoa, that's wild. But Josh, hey, couple announcements. How about that?
Okay.
No going live during the Four Nations. We'll be back when the Penguins are back. And then we're going to have this weekly episode up, and then next week we'll have another weekly episode. And then I think the Penguins come back.
Yeah.
The weekend of March 1st, Josh.
Yeah.
That Saturday game and Sunday game, we will not be going live. And other than that, I think that's it. Other than that, we're back to our normal schedule. Just wanted to let you know about that first week of March, because Josh, we got 2 weeks left till the first week of March.
I know.
And we have one more week of Four Nations, so
yeah,
it's going to come fast. But anyway, you guys can follow us on all major social media platforms at Pens Collective. We are doing our giveaway next week episode, so stay tuned for that. That is for reaching 1,500 subscribers, which is still wild to us. So we are doing. I don't know if
where
Josh,
we're at now. I haven't checked.
Yes, we are at officially 15.2. So 1,527 subscribers, I think we're at. So thank you for that. We are going to do 2 giveaways on next week's episode. So we're going to pull 2 names, and what they're going to get is a free TPC hoodie, a free TPC hat, a starter pack for Rogue Energy, so they'll get a shaker and a tub of their choice. Josh, are they doing it of their choice, or are we just buying it for them?
I was kind of thinking we just buy it.
All right, so it's not of your choice. You're getting Rogue Energy, and you're getting a shaker.
Yeah.
It's a giveaway, Josh. I think people can. They're gonna. We're doing it twice, by the way.
That's what I was thinking.
We're doing it twice. Double your chances to win.
Because I was just thinking, if we're if we're trying to coordinate getting everything to them anyway, it'll be hard to be okay, well, also what flavor.
Yeah.
And shaker.
And what kind of shaker?
Yeah.
Oh, we ordered the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh. No gives backsies.
Just
No. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's what we're doing. But thank you guys so much. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Pens Collective. Make sure you give us a follow. We're growing on our Twitter as well, so we appreciate that. You can listen to all our podcasts wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And Josh, that's pretty much it. What do you think? Anything else I'm missing?
Join our Discord.
Join our Discord. It's in our link in bio. Yeah, you can just join it. It's awesome. We do some exclusive stuff in there, but we usually just talk nonstop. The chat is going on right now about who's watching USA Today. So there's that. So you guys can stay tuned for that. Join our Discord. Follow us. It's great. Josh, sometimes people say we work too hard, but we try to do the right things.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We strive to be. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of all the stuff that Michael Scott says.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence.
Well, no, not that. When he's talking about his greatest strengths, and he's like, I love too hard, I work too much, and I listen too carefully, or something like that. It's something along those lines. It's so ridiculous.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah. We don't get enough office quotes in here.
Josh, you're absolutely right. Hey, let me ask how we're going to end this podcast, Josh?
Okay. What are you asking?
Top American-born NHL
here we go.
goalies, Josh. Here we go. ChatGPT says, "Oh, we're doing current, Josh. That is it. We are doing Connor Hellebuyck, Jake Ottinger, John Gibson, Jeremy Swayman, Thatcher Demko, who just went down.
Would have never guessed he's American.
Yeah, neither did I.
Thatcher
Jonathan
and Demko.
Thatcher Demko is one guy.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying both those names. Neither one. Like, at least Hellebuck's got Connor. You know what I mean?
Josh, Hellebuyck is definitely not an American name.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. With Connor, like, it balances it out. It's like, okay.
What are we saying, Josh? Vittorio sounds like we're coming off the...
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But at least with my first name
Italian.
of Josh, it's a little bit more American.
Mine's a little difficult.
Louie.
Mine sounds like if I played hockey, it'd be like, oh, he's that one guy from Italy, like the one guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I have, and my middle name is also not. It's very Italian as well.
No, it's not.
Michael's Italian, Josh.
I don't think so.
ChatGPT right now.
I'm gonna go. Michael is English.
Oh no.
What did you ask?
Oh,
What is the national origin of the name Michael? That is what you search.
No. So hold on, relax. Okay, Michael is not Italian, but it's usually spelled like Michelle, Mikel. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You influence ChatGPT a little bit.
I just said is Michael Italian, and
that's what I'm saying.
It can be, but it's
not.
No,
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why you ask, what is the national origin?
What is the... I'm doing it right now. I thought Michael was Italian-based.
Michael. No.
Like Michelangelo. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Italian version of Michael.
What is... Well, that's why I thought it was Italian. What is the... nation...
Or nation of origin. What is the nation of origin of the name Michael?
Thanks, Josh. I already typed it out. So
I think it's English.
Oh, no, we're both wrong, Josh. It's Hebrew. So.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Duh. Yeah, Bible. You know what I'm saying? It comes from the Hebrew name Mikael.
Yeah. Well, why don't you look up Josh too while we're at it?
Yeah, Josh. That's yes, Hebrew. You are. Yeah. Let's go to what Jesus' name was. Shut up, Josh.
That's not even where I was going. I was just.
Yeah, I got a fancy name. Some say God with us. You know what I'm saying? Screw you. I don't got a biblical name.
I was just saying how like we totally missed the fact that Michael is Hebrew.
Super dumb that. Like, when I say my name is Louis, right? And they go Louis, I'm like, that's French. No, Louie, which is the American Italian of Louis, which is so confusing. Yeah. So actually, I want to ask that. Now, hold on.
Well, do you ever, when you say Louis, do you ever get people that do Lewis?
Yeah, not really. No? Abby is the only one who asked me that.
Jeez. Rookie move.
Yeah. So I'm asking ChatGPT. Yeah. What a mistake. They said Louis is a French origin of the variant name Louis, which means comes from... Yeah, so it's... What? But the name Louis... I'm freaking out on ChatGPT. So it's origin of French, but a lot of Italian Americans, Josh, have it. What?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, they say Louis, the Italian American, originates from Luigi. All right. Which, Josh, let me tell you something, originates from Germany.
Yeah, but
Louis means nothing. All right. No
right.
biblical points. No nothing. They got
one thing-
Germany, French, Italian, American. You don't get an origin.
But where all these names actually came from is not where we know these countries currently are today. Like, technically,
Sure.
Italy was more north than its actual present day most northern border.
They did own a lot of Europe. Yeah. At one point.
Well, no, not. I'm not talking about the Roman Empire. I'm just talking about just when there were actual countries. Okay, Italy.
There's still countries around.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is Italy had more of the Alps. They had more of the mountain ranges. What is now modern day Germany and Belgium and all those other countries. I think France is there, that all border Italy. Italy was more into it. So that's what I'm saying.
Hey, French,
that's what I'm saying.
German, Italian, Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh has
That's
a
what I'm
nice
saying.
biblical name. Joshua is technically originates from Yeshua, which is actually a biblical name. And that's that is what they call Jesus, Yeshua. Now, it goes into different translations. Yeshua goes into Jesus. Yeshua goes into Joshua. So you could say that Joshua is Jesus, and Jesus is Joshua. That's biblical. Joshua is a biblical name. It is Hebrew in origin. And here is dumb Louis, who doesn't know where his origin is from. Stupid! How do we get on this?
I don't know.
Oh, names from goaltender.
Names.
Because of Hollaback.
Yeah, because he's got
And now- whatever.
Thatcher Demko. That's why.
Thatcher Demko. And we're like, Connor helps out.
Yeah.
But see, Vittorio, are you guys ready for even more of a lesson? Ready? Vittorio, we spell it with one T, not two T's. Two T's is the Italian last name Vittorio. We have the one T. Can you guess where it's from? Nope. Josh already did a research on this.
No.
Can you guess what?
The two T's is the first name.
No, it is a last name in Italy, but that's not what we're talking about.
It's a first name too.
Josh, okay, but so there's a lot of in the world. There's like Davis or what? Give me a last name, Smith,
fair.
Whatever. It's
First
the
names.
same thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, first names, first name, Ricky Bobby. Those kind of names exist in Italy too. Anyway, Vittorio in Italy is two T's, Vittorio. Okay, we have one T. Can anyone guess? Let's see, hands raised. Brazil. What? Here's why. During a time, where was it? Before World War II, a lot of Italians moved to Brazil. There is a pocket in Brazil of just straight up Italians. And over time, they have changed the name because of the language of Portuguese, Italian, blends. They go, we don't need two T's. Let's just do one T. So our name is technically Italian. It's not technically. It is Italian, but it's coming from the Brazilian spelling and not the Italian spelling, even though we're like under 5% Brazilian. It doesn't make sense. It's whatever. And that's
Very
our
nice.
story.
Very nice.
And we are not an American goaltender who can help Team
Nice.
USA.
I was going to ask, do you claim any of that Brazilian?
No, Josh, who cares
Okay, I
about
don't
that?
either.
Because, all right, so we broke it down, and our dad is like not even.
He's half of a quarter. So he's like 12.
Whatever that is.
12 and a half.
12%. But the rest is Italian. It's straight up Italian. Our mom is 100% Italian.
Yeah. That would make us half of 12.5%. So
Yeah,
it's
so we're
literally
six
6.25%.
6.25%. Brazilian, and the rest Italian. So we don't even claim that because it doesn't even matter. And we don't even look. Look, we don't look Brazilian.
No.
Okay.
Trust me,
we
I don't got
Italian.
a Brazilian booty. So
No. Okay, that's not where I was going. I was thinking the darker skin, but booty works too. Well, even when I say we're Italian, people go, "Oh, you kind of get dark skin," and I always make the joke. I'm like, we're northern Italy."
But
we are.
Where I was doing. Yeah, we are the old.
We are northern
in the Alps. That is now Germany and.
We
France
are northern
yes.
Italy. So that is why, and that's not even a joke. That is why we're white. That's why we're reddish white, is because we're northern Italian, southern Italian, not Sicily. Southern Italy, those are the darker skin, olive skinned.
It's beautiful.
Oh gosh,
what I do.
Josh, you're telling me. Meanwhile, we burn too easily. All right.
Yeah.
Burn too easily.
And it doesn't stay.
It doesn't. It just stays red. We look like a tomato.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
we cook some tomatoes on.
But you know what? This is what I say. You know what, Josh? You want to know how I want to end this
episode
podcast?
is off the rails.
I don't care. Listen. Here's a hot take for everyone out there, and you could disagree with me in the comments. I'm American first. I don't give a rip where we're from. Americans are like the only ones who care about this. Only ones who really care about this.
I disagree.
You disagree on what part?
Americans don't care about this. I think more Americans are
No,
like
I mean
how you feel.
No, actually I don't agree. A lot of people, I think, buy into the whole, I'm this, I'm that. But I'm like, you're not. Because, like, we are what? Second generation? Our parents were born here. Our grandparents were born here.
Mm-hmm.
But barely.
No.
Because our our great-grandparents are from
came here.
Italy.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, but I could have swore the Mealy side. Didn't she come over pregnant with Mima?
No. Because
I could have swore.
No, you can check with Mom, but I'm almost positive none of like our great aunts were born in Italy. Because remember, Mima was not the oldest. Aunt Maria.
So maybe it was
90.
Aunt Maria.
No,
Aunt Marie.
but she wasn't. She was born here.
No, I know she was born here, but I thought someone came over in the womb from Italy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's my point. It doesn't matter. I think a lot of Americans are so interested in their heritage because America is a melting pot. The 23andMe craze, all of that. I mean, not now, but before. The whole 23andMe craze. Everyone wanted to know where they're from. And I think Americans only one really care about it. Guess what? I'm American. We're third generation. I'm American. Look, like, yes, I have Italian descendants, but it's not like I'm going into a Assassin's Creed Artemis and I'm, reliving my past. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Josh. I'm not reliving anything.
Okay, but
I'm American. Go Trump. Go USA. Go Freebird. Go fireworks. Go USA. Go ahead, Josh.
When you go to like a new city.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to find a restaurant.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
Josh, I just love carbs, so I'm naturally going to Italian restaurant. Josh.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. The thing. Love Italian restaurants.
Don't come at me with this.
Josh,
I don't care about my heritage.
I love other food though. I love other food. I love Mexican.
All right, but
tell me
you don't feel a piece of
Josh.
the
I love
homeland.
I love a good pad thai.
Okay, but don't tell me that you don't feel a piece of the homeland when you're in like
homeland. Josh, we've never been to Italy.
Okay, but like, all right, tell me you don't feel more at home when you're at like a little Italian bakery.
Yeah, but that's because we grew up with that. If we grew up any other way, if we grew up in Portuguese, like the Portuguese food and all that, a Brazilian steakhouse would make us feel at home, Josh. But guess what?
Oh, there's a steakhouse, a Brazilian steakhouse in Scranton. So good.
Hey, that's our
good.
6%.
Shout out Epinama. Shout out Epinama.
Yeah, but my point is, it's all about how you grow up. Of course, we love Italian food because Josh, when we were like babies, that's what we were fed. We didn't get milk; we had gravy. You know what I'm saying? And if for the real people who know, it's gravy, not sauce.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we were eating. All right. Of course, that's going to make us feel at home. But yeah. But I hate when people go, "Oh, what are you, Vittorio?" Or I hate the biggest joke when I say my name is Louis Vittorio, and they go, "What are you, Irish?" I'm like, "Shut up." Of course I'm Italian. Yeah, my name is Italian. Of course. Of course. I get that all the time. You don't know how many times I hear that. They go, "Vittorio, huh? What's your first name?" And I go, "Louis." And they're like, "Oh," because it's such an Italian name. It sounds like I'm a mobster in New Jersey. Oh, go see Louis. Go see Louis. Louis Vuitton. How many times do I hear that? Louis Vuitton. I'm American.
Embrace it at this point.
I do. I mean, I do now, but I don't know how many times I hear that. Like at work, and they go, "Vittorio, huh? What's your first name?" And I go, I don't know what they are expecting, you know. But I get into
Anthony?
the trap. Yeah, Anthony.
Tony.
You know, Vito. Tony. But when I say Louis, they go, "Oh, hey!" And they're 20%.
Italian
Yeah,
as well.
their 20% Italian comes out, and I go, "Listen, John Schmidt, relax, dude, relax." And that's what I live with. That's the cross I bear, Josh. Yeshua. Speaking of Yeshua. She's like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's just what I live with. And I'm sure Connor Hellebuck, Josh, deals with the same crap. Because for years, I thought he was like Swedish. And when he plays for America, I'm like, "Oh, really? I didn't know that." Or I just found out tonight Thatcher Demko is American. Josh, you could have been like, "He's Finnish," and I'd be like, "Sure, yeah, makes sense."
Yeah. Or Czech.
Or Czech, yeah, I get it. But or how about this, Kachuk? Kachuk? Come on, that's not an American name, but that's what we love about America, Josh.
Where do you think Thatcher was born?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. It's a good guess. Try San Diego, California.
Ah, West Coast. Frick. Connor Hellebuck seems like a Minnesotan.
Minnesota?
Can you tell me?
Oh, close.
Illinois.
Commerce Township, Michigan.
Ah! So close. Connor Hellebuck seems like a mountain guy. You know what I'm saying?
He does. He 100% does. Yeah.
He's like,
So that
after
checks.
hockey, I go
Split
hunting.
some wood. Yeah.
Go split some wood. I'll go disappear in the woods for a week. That's Connor.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely that. Yeah, Josh, you're absolutely right. This episode did go off the rails a little bit. But Josh, that's what people like about the show.
1,000%.
That's what they like about the show. You know what I'm saying? They want to know more about our history and our family.
About our heritage.
About our heritage.
And how
which
much I love
say is
Italian delis.
completely crap. Yeah.
I will say
You know
though,
what?
the
ahead.
owners of Italian delis, they know when to find us. They know when to find their own. Because
That is true.
the,
See,
shout out Arthur Ave, Italian deli in Honesdale.
this is Yep. This is for
Okay,
people
this is in
who don't
Honesdale.
know. This is a nowhere.
Okay,
No man's
first time
land.
walking in, he knew. He knew.
He saw that nose. He saw that nose.
He knew.
He goes,
He was
"Hey,
like, "Hey,
I got two
What are we
options here." Where'd he go? Where'd he go? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He got recognized by his nose. The Italians have a very distinct nose. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But great time to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a lot of editing to do. We'll see you next week. I thought you got offended by the nose joke, Josh.
No, my earbuds, my AirPods
Oh, when
died.
you pick, yeah, I got you.
And
I got you.
Shut everything down.
But like I said, a lot of editing to do. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so for watching. As always, Josh.
Let's go Pens.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinidad and shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
They're a collective.